Don't feel too low. Don't feel too high.
We decided to leave the camera on because when my camera's on, my wife is nicer to me.
That's not true.
So there was a trade this morning on Eurocard, but it just slipped my entry criteria, so I didn't take it. Just let me show you what I mean. My ray line would have been about here, right? And it just slips. And normally my criteria is it has to meet, obviously, the ray line. But the candle, everything was perfect. It was just one of those that just slipped the net. I'm very strict with entry criteria at times. Overall, the confluence in this trade was really, really nice. But yeah, it just slipped the net for me. With this trade, why I didn't really need to sort of fill that wick was primarily because we'd already met the ray line that you can see there on the left. So normally I wait for a wick fill, but in this case, there's no real need. What time was it? This was about 7:45, so an 8 a.m. close. It just slipped the net for me as I was packing. I was a bit busy, so I couldn't obviously get involved, but it is what it is. Sometimes it happens. Lovely trade. Well done for those of you who caught it as well. Right, guys, so my gate is pretty much open. Yeah, it's open. Just checking the charts as I've just seen as well. I just wanted to sort of take this moment to just reflect on a point that today is a Tuesday, right? Today's a Tuesday and it's 3:40 in the afternoon. A lot of people right now are at work. A lot of people right now are either at work or they're busy with their life. Of course, you know, they're sort of stuck in a position where they've not really got freedom of any kind, right? I need to get myself in centre here. So they've not really got freedom of any kind or anything like that. So I've never obviously been in a position where I've been stuck in a 9 to 5 or anything like that. But let me tell you one thing. When I was 18, 17 and I was having these thoughts and ideas of what I want to achieve by the time I'm my age right now, why I want to do it, a lot of the reason was so that I don't actually have a lack of time freedom and location freedom, that I can work from wherever I want and have that freedom to make as much money as I possibly can, have no limit to what money I can make, not have a boss, and dictate my own sort of schedule, my own time. And if I'm working on projects, to be working on projects that I'm actually passionate about, like I am at Falcon, and helping traders now achieve the levels in trading that I've also achieved as well. And, you know, all credit is to my mentor, Mark. Like, whenever I make these videos, I always give credit back to where it's due because it's so important. So important that I do, because one, is respect, and secondly, it's something that we've lost in today's society, is giving back respect to those who deserve it, who've actually done nothing but help you out. Mark's done nothing but help me out, you know, and I'm now in a position off of his wisdom and his trading knowledge and all of the lessons, all of the consistent lessons that he's given week on week on week, and this guy has never failed to do so, by the way. It's allowed me to build my skill set to a level now where I can just travel and trade from wherever I want. You know, if I wanted to go away again next 2 weeks, I could go again. Do I want to? No. Is it necessary? No. It sounds great, but really and truly, traveling all the time, it can be a pain in the arse. You know, you've got to take 3 months off. You've got to go here, there. You've got to get into schedule, into routine. When you're trying to achieve things and you've got projects and you've got people that rely upon you, as per students that I coach, for example. You know, I'm doing webinars weekly as well. I've got a specific role to play in helping other traders out. I can't just be traveling all the time. And it's better that way, to be honest, because when I do go, I enjoy it. And I like to go for a set amount of time where I can actually settle in and have no different routine to that what I have at home. You know, train and these kind of things. I think training for me is like an anchor point, because wherever I go, I train. I make sure there's a gym somewhere nearby. I really prioritize stuff like that, because if there's not a gym nearby and I can't train, then for me, I can't get into routine. I can't get into that mind frame. And very few people understand that, but I think some of you watching will understand what I mean. Right, so we've landed, and we landed a little bit late, and there's a few things that happened. So first and foremost, got into the hotel obviously past midnight, and they were telling me that they couldn't find my reservation. And secondly, the light don't work. Oh, there you go. And secondly, they'd also said I can't check in as it's too late, but it turns out he thought my booking was today, which is Wednesday because it's past midnight, but actually it was the day before on Tuesday from 2 p.m. So they've got that wrong. And then I come into the room and it's the wrong room as well. This is like the standard room. And you can't see the sea from here or nothing, where I booked a much different room, which you'll see tomorrow because they're going to change our room tomorrow. We're going to head up to sleep. I'm really, really hungry. Why do you... Anyway, both hungry. Just wanted to be included. As usual, and then I'll wake up in the morning, I'll show you guys the view, get a little bit more of a feel for this place. So guys, this is not even the main room. I can't even open my eyes. Jeez. This isn't even the main room. This is a standard room, I believe. And we're gonna go up to the main room in a second. But yeah, this is the view, just even from this room. So I can't imagine what it's gonna be like when we get to the room above. The only thing I don't like about these particular rooms is there's literally no privacy at all because the next room's here. We're now going up to our actual room. Finally away from this Willy that was staying next to us. We couldn't shut his mouth all night. Right, so this one's for Mark Hutchinson, what this is like. I've squeezed some lemon in there, but they're not giving the crispy things, so I'm not too sure about this. Let's give it a little mix. Tried better, but that is nice. It's a different flavour. She's getting happy, but she's going to get blurred out.
Who, me?
Yeah. Right guys, I'm just sat for dinner at the moment. You can't see the view because it's pitch black, but the ocean looks lovely at night. And we're going to try out some of the food at the hotel because it looks pretty decent. But anyway, today is Wednesday, tomorrow's live trader session as I mentioned, so I'm going to do that in the morning and then crack on with my day. Bit of an issue logging into Discord today, but we managed to sort it out. I've just not got the permissions that I had as a coach, so it feels like I'm low-key like Superman with kryptonite. So I'm going to wait till tomorrow to get those permissions again, and I'm going to start posting in there. Super important. Euro dollar, I don't know how well you can see that if it's flipped around. I'm looking for a long on that. I feel like this short is going to be a trap that a lot of people are going to get caught up into. Me and Mark were actually discussing this earlier today on a call actually. If you actually have a look over here, it's sort of in a range, and this looks like a bullish squeeze to the upside, so I feel like as well the fact that also this leg compared to the correction here is actually, the correction is actually larger than 50% of the leg, and a lot of people are likely going to get caught up into that sell as an early position. See, a lot of traders that you'll follow will be more concerned about showing you trades that win and all these kind of stuff, but a lot of the stuff that I include on my channel are going to be positions that also you could have saved as a loss, which is just as important to me than just trades that you could have taken as a win on the odd day and got lucky. It's a self-made wrap.
Not giving you that much on.
Bloody hell. No, it's fine. Right, so it is currently day 3. It's Friday. I've just finished a workout in the gym. 3rd day in a row. I've made a promise to myself that I'm going to train 6 days of the week. So yeah, it's lovely so far. You can't already tell, but I've got a serious tan. And I'm not eating breakfast yet. It's about mid-noon. Last night was the only proper night we've caught up and sleep. So now, after this workout, it's time for me to figure out how to work this coffee machine. So fun fact about me. So a fun little fact, because I'm not gay, I don't know how to use a coffee machine like this. So let's try and figure it out. Right, first and foremost, power. This doesn't seem to have any power, so let's see where we can plug this in. Fun little story as well before I get into this. I was just in the gym now. Alright, so I've pushed this pod in. I'm assuming you wait for these lights to stop flashing, just based off of my very limited knowledge with coffee machines. One problem, there's no milk. So, guess we're gonna have to make do with a black coffee. Let's see what you got. Why is it just coming out like diarrhea? Give me the double shot.
Hello mate, Shabadi G, manager of Corrupt FM.
Corrupt.
Corrupt FM.
Corrupt FM, you know who you are. Stop me showing off in front of the camera.
Let me ask you a question, mate. How's business?
Yeah, it's alright.
What if I told you could double that?
Double what?
Just double it.
Alright, so first place we're at, over here. It's a little shisha lounge. Not that I do shisha, but they do nice pizza. I've booked a table at Zumu, but the problem is, it is fully booked, so it's at 11 PM my table. And it's currently 10:08 PM. Quite a nice place. Pretty lovely. But yeah, I'm not going to film much here. I'll keep you guys posted. I'm going to do some work, pull the laptop out, and believe it or not, actually do some charts over here, so it's going to be a good vibe. So I don't know if this is going to be too loud. Hopefully you can hear me. Right guys, I'm off to the sauna. It was scorching hot. Check the shoes out. Usually, there's nobody in here because they're all lazy. Let's have a look. Oh, I've not got my lens. It's gonna look super bright outside. 1 second. Actually, it's not that bad. I've got it on auto, so it automatically adjusts the light. Let's see if anyone's in here. Jeez, it is bright outside though. So as usual, my territory is unoccupied. How do I get there? I think it's through here. Need to get in this room. Okay. Decent. I don't think there's anyone in the sauna. Nope. Empty. Is this a cold shower? I'm assuming so. Nice. Okay. Let's hope it's actually on. Oh no, it's not on. Oh wait, it's a rock sauna. Let me stand this up over here. Figure this out. This lucky one to me. Test it out. So we're just about to head out again, and currently it's Sunday, so I need to basically get my watch list done here. I'm 2 hours ahead, so it's perfect. So market open is about midnight local time. Get my watch list prepped. I've already done a few pairs. There's a few pairs on watch for next week, a few good pairs actually. But yeah, last week was a really successful week in terms of trades that I'd stayed out of that were actually losses. So really good decisions made last week.
Should you get garlic bread?
I don't know.
Why?
Right, we're at this place, and it's called. Oh, the sign's all the way back there. Zaka. Nice home cooked food. Finally. Alright, guys, so it's currently Sunday, and market's open about 12 midnight local time here, so I'm here till tomorrow. I've got the full day tomorrow. If I take any trades, of course, I can't really manage it throughout the night because that's when my flight is, but I'm going to do a real market breakdown later, proper market breakdown. And I'll show you exactly what I've got on watch. I still need to finish a few pairs on my watch list, but again, I'll show you what I've got on watch for the week ahead. It's looking good, and yeah, thank you. So there's a few yens, there's also a few commodities I've got. Copper could make it on watch, corn as well, a few of the pairs I'm going to see. Absolutely beautiful, look at that. Just a piece of potato, but still.
They're still homemade though.
Homemade. Homemade, this is my kind of food. Thank you.
Not for ladies, for gentlemen.
Yes, not for me.
Yeah. Right, so he's dropped these spices over here. Apparently they're for me. I'm gonna try one.
Manual.
Screw it. Oh, they're too hot.
Too hot. Got the garlic bread.
Alright, boss.
Don't take you back to it.
Oh my god. Right. I'm gonna try these spices. I'm just gonna take one big bite. I'm joking, mate. Nah, the bottom is. Right. Without taking too much of a big bite, I can tell you that's gonna kill me. So, yeah, that's fucking hot. Oof.
A few moments later.
We'll try a bit. That's actually not bad. Alright guys, so this concludes my trip to Bodrum. It was absolutely beautiful. Honestly, I really enjoyed it. I'm just at the airport now and my flight's been delayed by an hour, which is actually good because I wanted to get some work done before I fly out. I'm going to check the markets in a second as well. What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah, another thing. I have bought, as you do, only a little amount. I've got these Escuria Robusto Tubos, however you pronounce it, Davidoffs. These are absolutely, honestly, beautiful cigars. As you can see there, very nice. In terms of the cigar casing, it's beautiful. The smell.
Honestly, the bird faces would keep it as most delicious.
We'll go eat there now. 1 second.
I'm gonna get a crispy chicken burger.
Crispy chicken burger, right. Smell this.
Is the piece? Oh, are you on?
I'm on video here.
Oh my god, I don't want to be on video saying that.
Alright, wait, anyway. That smell is phenomenal. Absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait. I'm actually saving this for Marbella. Okay guys, so just a breakdown as to what I'm looking at here. So AJ at the moment is potentially going to be ready over the next day or two. So over here, looking at this structure to develop something like this. Anything like that, whether it's an internal, whatever kind of structure is, I don't care. Mainly I'm bothered about if we get a continuation or not. Over here. Cadian at the moment isn't looking the best personally to me, so I'm going to leave that on its own. Euro Aussie. This is going to take a little bit of time to develop. Right, so structure base is formed, or is forming. I don't want to be taking longs in this structure. I think this is one of the main times people lose money, is trying to take this long into this within a bearish structure, which might make sense, but you don't want to be taking counter trend trades if you're not yet profitable, or you don't want the risk exposure. Coffee is an interesting one. So if I just show you on the daily, everything's really nice about this. This looks to be appreciating to these areas. You've got this low, continuation to the downside failed. Now we've got a continuation long over here. Right, so if I just take all that off, looking to sell off into these areas to obviously come up higher. Whether this is an insurance entry or a 4-hour play, I don't know yet, but I need a washout around this area, so that's that. GU,